In this lesson, we are going to look at how to have a smooth discussion. You already know that a discussion should involve teamwork. Everyone should put in the same effort and work together to construct a good discussion. Of course, many things can go wrong when you're working in a team or a group. That is just the nature of interacting with people. In this lesson, we are going to look at some of the common problems that can arise in a discussion and how to prevent them. 3 common problems that may occur are getting off track, uneven participation, and a bad attitude. First is getting off track. This is very simple. When you are playing a game, you need to keep the ball on the field. Getting off track in a discussion is like a ball going out of bounds. It's really very easy to get off track in a discussion. Here's a discussion about doping in professional sports. Sometimes people just aren't interested in the topic, so they talk about something else. This student isn't even close to being on topic when he says, "Hey, I heard a new restaurant opened across the street. Have you tried it?" Sometimes people aren't exactly sure what they should be talking about, so they never get on the right track to begin with, like when this student says, "I don't get it. Are we supposed to be finding solutions or just looking at causes?" And sometimes the discussion takes an interesting turn and everyone is very involved, but they've gone off track, like when this student references a movie he saw. It relates to the topic and the others are interested in hearing about it. They start asking him questions, but they don't get back to the main thread of the discussion. The main solution to getting off track is just to be aware of where the discussion is going. You can remind the group to stay on track with phrases like, "I think we're getting a little off topic," or "We're running short on time, so let's get back on topic," which is a little more direct, or "Please keep to the point, everyone," which is firm and direct. Short on time, so let's get back on topic, which is a little more direct, or "Please keep to the point, everyone," which is firm and direct. Another common problem in a discussion is uneven participation. In a good balanced discussion, everyone contributes about the same. There are 2 main problems that can occur. One is talking too much. One person shouldn't dominate the entire conversation. The other is not participating enough. Everyone should contribute. The person who doesn't say anything is hindering a good discussion just as much as the person who talks too much. There's nothing to respond to. There needs to be talking, listening, and turn-taking from everyone. First, be aware of your own participation. Be sure you add your ideas, but be sure to listen too. You may feel like you can't find a good moment to jump into the conversation, and sometimes there won't be a space. You're going to have to interrupt. Use eye contact and body language to signal that you want to jump in. Or you can say something like, "I would like to add an idea," or "Can I say something here?" or "Before we go on, I want to say," these are all good ways to interrupt and jump in with your ideas. You should be aware of how much you are participating. But if you notice that someone else is dominating the discussion or someone's not saying anything at all, don't be afraid to speak up. A lot of the time, people don't realize how much they are talking. Say something like, "That's interesting, but we haven't heard from John yet." Or, "Let's make sure we hear from everyone." And feel free to invite others to speak. You can say things like, "Hey John, what do you want to say about this?" Or simply, "John, what do you think?" to try to get everyone involved. The third problem we are looking at is a bad attitude. A bad attitude can mean many things. It can be a general lack of motivation or a disinterest in the discussion. It can mean not taking the topic seriously, joking around too much, or distracting others from the task at hand. And, most problematic, a bad attitude can mean frustration and anger when there's disagreement. This can really ruin a discussion. You can be aware of your own body language during a discussion. But what do you do if other members of your group are looking bored and not participating? Well, you can invite them to share their ideas by saying things like, "What do you want to say about this?" Or maybe even, "Come on, work with us." But keep a friendly tone. You aren't going to get anyone to talk if you scold them. Sometimes all it takes is a direct invitation to speak. You can have a friendly attitude, but take the discussion seriously. Be a good listener, make eye contact, and show respect for each member of the group. If someone is joking around too much, don't be afraid to tell them to stop. But usually you can just set the tone and others will follow. Finally, it is normal and completely okay if there is not agreement in a discussion. The goal is to explore a topic. Agreeing isn't necessary, and not agreeing actually improves some discussions because different viewpoints make people think. Don't let yourself get frustrated or angry during a discussion just because other people don't think the same way you do. Don't get personal and don't take things personally. There are many polite ways to disagree. The important thing is to show respect and allow others to express their ideas. In the United States, we say, "We'll just have to agree to disagree." How you interact with other members of the group is a vital part of a successful discussion. Your behavior sets the tone, and there are many things you can do and say to steer your conversation in a positive direction. Stay on track, aim for balanced participation, and maintain a good attitude even when there is disagreement. Hopefully, following these ideas will ensure smooth sailing for your discussion.